Hidden systems that quietly run your life. The illusion of the cloud. Every message, every video, every search, every transaction travels through places most people will never see. We call it the cloud. But there is nothing remotely cloudy about it. No sky, no mist, just systems, machines, and rooms full of light that never turns off. The internet feels invisible, instant, weightless, like it exists everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But that idea is an illusion. Because behind every tap, every scroll, every stream, there is something physical, something vast, a structure built to store all of that action and information. They don't look like what people might imagine. No glass towers, no futuristic cities, just buildings, silent, unmarked structures, sitting in fields, suburbs, deserts, industrial estates. And inside them is where the internet actually lives. Rows upon rows of machines, stacked, connected, breathing in electricity, and breathing out the digital world. Every search you make, every message you send, every video you watch, passes through these systems. Not once, not occasionally, but constantly, without pause, without attention. And yet almost no one will ever see them. We were told the internet was a cloud, but clouds don't need power stations. Clouds don't need cooling systems the size of aircraft hangars. Clouds don't consume entire grids of electricity just to keep thought itself moving. So if it isn't a cloud, what is it? Inside a data center, nothing is mysterious. Rows of servers line the room in precise columns. Each rack is a stack of computers, not for people to use directly, but for systems running the internet itself. Websites, apps, search engines, messaging platforms, streaming services. They don't live on your device. They live here. Every time you open something online, your request is broken into instructions. Those instructions are sent here, or to another data center somewhere else, to be processed and returned in milliseconds. The speed feels instant. But what you are seeing is a chain of machines working in sequence. Routing, calculating, retrieving, delivering. Each light represents data moving through the system. Requests going in, responses coming out, millions of them at once. To keep this running, the infrastructure is constant. Power is never intermittent. Cooling is not optional. Air is pushed through the building in controlled streams to prevent overheating. Because even a small rise in temperature can affect performance across thousands of machines. This is why data centers are often built where energy is stable and cooling is efficient. Sometimes near renewable power sources. Sometimes in colder climates to reduce cooling costs. Sometimes near major grid infrastructure. From the outside, they are deliberately unremarkable. Security is tight. Access is restricted. Because what happens inside is not just storage, it is operational control of digital systems. What people call the cloud is not one place. It is many facilities working together, distributed across regions, constantly synchronized. So if one fails, others take over instantly. When you send a message, it may not stay local. It might travel to the nearest available server, or across borders, or across oceans, depending on load, speed, and availability. So when people say it's in the cloud, what they're really describing is a global network of physical buildings, coordinated in real time to make digital life feel effortless. Every data center consumes power, not in small amounts, but in industrial quantities, comparable, in some cases, to entire towns or small cities. And as demand increases, so does the need for electricity, cooling, space, hardware expansion. This is no longer just a digital system. It is an energy system, a physical one. The rise of artificial intelligence has intensified this further, because AI systems require large-scale computation. Training models is not a small task. It involves processing vast data sets across thousands of machines over extended periods. And once trained, those systems continue to run, serving millions of requests simultaneously, every second. This is where the balance begins to shift, from human-driven demand to system-driven demand. To meet this, new data centers are constantly being built, larger, more efficient. It is a global expansion that rarely makes headlines, but it is continuous. The digital world was presented as something intangible, weightless, almost detached from reality. We spoke about cyberspace as if information existed somewhere beyond the physical world. But the deeper the internet becomes woven into everyday life, the harder that illusion becomes to maintain. Because behind every digital experience, there is always something physical supporting it. A machine running somewhere on behalf of millions of people who will never see it. The cloud was never a cloud. It was infrastructure, hidden infrastructure, built quietly around us while the world looked somewhere else. And like so many systems that shape everyday life, most people will never see it clearly, even though they move through it every single day. Because in one way or another, we have all worked inside hidden systems, living within an invisible world